His fault. His fault. His fault. His fault.
Too busy listening to music. Forgot about the time.
Was it weird science, Baz?
No. It was Meatloaf, funny enough.
Oh.
Meatloaf and don't know who the other ones were. It's just a random playlist I've got. Lordy.
Anyway, happy Thursday, Baz.
Same to yourself.
I thought we'd get this out of the way. Congratulations to Shabbatron for yesterday's second year live stream doing YouTube videos and bits and pieces.
Oh, definitely. I was just about to mention that as well. You bet me to it.
Sorry. Oh, shut up now. Oh, hello.
Hey, Lack.
Lack. Hello.
Hey, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Aye. No, last night, man, it was fun. I know you popped in for a bit. It was good. I think Shabby got a little bit emotional at some points.
Yeah.
But no. As we say, we're all there to help each other out, Dave, eh? So
yeah.
It's just to return the favour.
To be perfectly honest, Baz, I found there's like two different types of communities out there.
Hey, Gerald.
The one that helps everyone out and sticks with everyone anyway. But there's one part of it's like a group. If you're in the inner circle group, you would like get the benefits from it and that sort of stuff. The other side of it is open to all is welcome, and no matter how small, how big the collection is, it's always keeps apart.
See, I've said that a million times, is that when we do our live streams, man, anybody's welcome to jump on, especially the guys that we know through the community kind of thing. Anytime they want to jump on, man, they just have to either message myself or message you. I know it's kind of hard when we've got the guys for the States, for America. It's just for the different timelines, but hopefully if we give them maybe a couple of weeks kind of notice, then they can kind of arrange something.
Well, it's one of the reasons we start at like 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. You know, we're trying to accommodate to the whole world.
Well, at the minute is that I'm not working a Sunday when I used to work a Sunday. So that's why the last few weeks we've kind of done a Saturday night one to give a chance if they want to pop on, and they're more than welcome kind of thing. I mean, there is a few folk we still want to try and get on and have a chat kind of thing, but
I like to do the Irish convention. There's two streams I like to do at some point in the future. It's the Irish invasion, I'm going to call it. Fuller and is it
Brian? No, Brian. That's
Brian.
It's Action.
And then Action Pop Dad with the Love Hammer.
Oh, aye.
We're both Action Man, so there's a Irish and then Action Man combo. So it's like an Irish Troy invasion with the Action Man knowledge of two Action Man potentials.
Oh, aye. I mean, as we say, everybody collects different things. I mean, a lot of folks say Action Man. That's not really a thing, but
Action Man could mean the big ear, the small, the big, small, and
I'll pick up the odd Action Man thing for my nephew. My nephew loves Action Man. Kind of thing.
Well, it's been going for 40 odd years, so Hasbro must have been doing something completely right, and there's always these Europeans, the world toys.
It was just like after work, I had to watch them for about an hour, and I ended up like, oh, do you want to help me tidy my room up, kind of thing? And I walked into the room and I was like, no. He pulled out one box, and this has got all his, like, you know how you like your Titan Marvel heroes. This thing was like full with like Star Wars, Marvel. He had a couple of Power Rangers for the Titan ones, and he also had like 3 or 4 different Max Steels.
Yeah.
The newer ones, the ones for I think it was the mid 2000s when it got.
Well, the first Max Steel Baz was the Titan Action Man style, the big ones,
A couple of they ones, but then
and then they changed it to like the kids' cartoon versions, the smaller ones.
I don't know if it's the kiddies version one or if it's the normal, because the ones that he's got is just basically because the newer one is more in like a mech suit.
Yeah. Is it the 12-inch or 6-inch?
Yeah, 12-inch.
If it's Action Man style, they did do the first wave was that Max Steel was like
I remember it because I think
he
it was.
didn't have the robot suit. He was just like a gauntlet on his hand. He used to give his special powers. And then he was only then the cartoon that gave him the matrix on the front. If I can remember right then. Yeah.
Hey, Sonny.
Sonny son.
Hey, Dino.
Geek Strong, I love them new final factions you've just done, matey. Pal, buddy. Squeeze the cheese, man. You know. Keep the strong up.
Oh, is Dino went and done some customs on the final factions? Oh,
No, he's just got him in. He's just got the new wave in, Baz, I think. Well, he's just done, if I can remember rightly, I think he's just done 2 or 3 new videos on the stuff.
I need to have a look.
He's got the big red guy, the main guy, and everything else. I'm like, I even checked our shops today, and I'm like, come on, please, give me something, you know.
I know. I'm hoping we get them over here soon because I really want to get that wave. I know a lot of folk don't like them, but I think they're quite interesting. It's an interesting, cheap toy line to pick up, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, technically, Baz, I've got like the 13 days to go, and it's going to be the catch-22. If we come out over here, I'm going to get them all. If they don't, I'll be hunting them down like Pokemon. I'll be Pokemon hunting for a final faction, I should say.
Even Sonny likes the final faction stuff as well.
Yeah.
I just know that if Poundland get them in this year again, if they get them back in, I think I might go a bit mental.
Yeah.
Especially I know the Jeep thing. A lot of folks say, "Oh, well, it looks kind of cheap," but there's probably so many things you could actually do to them, customizing wise, to make them slightly better. And then what was the one that you were telling me about? Is it the one that they're doing it for $5?
It's basically a painted version. You get a figure, a weapon pack, the Jeep, plus a whatchamacallit, a painted version of the armor.
Oh, nice, Dino. Hey, Jonathan.
Well, now the Dungeons and Dragons figures, Baz, comes out January the 4th, brand new 4. Comes out January.
He's doing custom figures for the Dungeons and Dragons, but he's using the final faction figures for it. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah. I know thinking about Geekstrong put Final Faction up recently. I can't remember what he did. I know I've seen the thumbnail. He's like he put the figures up.
All right, and I've just actually thinking about that, man. The aliens you could probably customize into like mystical creatures of some sort. Easy enough. Oh, don't give me any more ideas.
What, Baz? You got the custom bug?
Oh, I've got so many ideas running about my head. It's like I don't know. It's like I've done the Harley Quinn one just as like a one-off kind of thing.
Never stops at one, Baz.
And talking with Shadow with Rory, he's been getting like ideas for like more like crossovers with like Star Wars and DC with my favorite cat. He says because I was saying I should do a Joker. Because if you got to do a Joker, he says try it with the Darth Vader body.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You know how with the Darth Vader you could take the helmet off. I don't know if the Joker heads that I've got spare, I would have to test out to see if I could actually, once the Joker head goes on, if I can actually put the head on top of it, the helmet on top to it. So I don't know how I would be able to do that one. No, I would have to kind of do my research and.
Well, you can get the next size up figure, like a Black Series one that goes on it and that sort of stuff. And talking about costumes, Baz, I think you fell in love yesterday, or I fell in love with that Skeletor costume that guy had on.
Oh, that was amazing, man. That
was
just amazing. Was it? I just made a custom Mario Brothers wearing Han Solo smuggler's outfit. I just put shorts on. Oh, I'll need to check that out, Dino. No, we were talking about it, and it's like, I wouldn't mind doing like a Joker version for Harley. And it was like a couple of ideas kind of come up was either use Darth Vader, the Darth Vader style Joker, or is it KS2O? You know, the robot.
Or which is the Emperor, dude, so you can get like the Emperor's cloak over the top of Joker's face. It looks like it's menacing coming through the gate.
I don't remember what comic series it is, but you know, there's one that Batman carries Joker's head in like a lantern style thing.
Yeah.
That kind of gave me the idea for that KS2O kind of thing.
No, that was a good figure. That was in McFarlane's one of the early waves, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that was a decent one. So you know,
it kind of gave me an idea. Is like, because I do have some spare Joker heads from different collections, kind of thing. It's just trying. Yeah. It's like with the Black series and the DC multiverse and the other one. I can't remember what the other one is. The pegs are slightly different.
Yeah.
So if it's a ball joint, then it's not an issue swapping the heads over, kind of thing. But some of them are
a bit more awkward.
Some of them are awkward, but it could probably be done. You just have to I would probably have to put some glue tack or something in it just to keep the head kind of steady and stuff. But that's for another day. Because I'm going to try and do the next one I'm slightly working on is a Poison Ivy Stormtrooper.
You can do all Marvel characters in DC and Stormtroopers.
Sorry? Well, fair enough.
The whole lot in Stormtroopers.
I've got a few of them in spare female heads, but I would have to paint if I was doing the Poison Ivy one.
Penguin is R2D2.
It's actually funny because my nephew's actually got the Titan Hulkbuster, right? And he's actually got a broken BB-8, so the head's actually come off the body. And I was actually kind of looking at it, and it's like, I wonder if I could actually come and put that head on the Hulkbuster, because we have seen folk doing the
R2D2 custom Hulkbuster R2 unit. Yeah,
I just don't know how easy it would actually be.
Perfectly honest, Baz, the hardest colour to paint is white. Perfectly honest.
So like with that one, you'd probably have to prime it white anyway before you'd actually paint it, because it's more glossy than anything else.
Yeah.
But because the Cyclops that I was working on, that's just about finished. I've just got to. I'm going to get a couple of washes, different colours. I'm going to get a wash that brings out all the details, and then I'll get the sealer for it, and then that'll be that finished.
Games Workshop do like a black, green, or quite a few different washes. I know some of the Australian guys use like boot polish and that sort of stuff. Hello, Mr. Lubot.
Did you guys proceed in the photo challenge on the point of? I did see something like that on Twitter, Dino. I need to go back in and double check it. I just seen a quick glance of stuff. I'll check that out.
So his name's actually Dino Geekstrong then?
Everybody cries him Dino, so I've started crying him Dino. So it's like Mr. G-Force. Everybody thought his name was Gary.
Mr. G.
But
so come on in, Baz. What's on? Me or you go first for pickups?
I did show my stuff off last night, but probably some of the guys didn't see what I got.
I didn't see it.
So this is stuff that I picked up at the weekend.
You think you two new videos you did earlier, you mean?
Yeah, but I'm now on the look for Mr. Reynolds because he wants a couple of these if I can find them for him and stuff. So
What, Luke Reynolds?
Yeah,
Luke Reynolds or Ryan Reynolds? Ah, too scary, too scary.
oh. So I went. Oh, praise that too quick there. So I went back to game on Sunday just to have a quick look to see what the wee one had, and they had the extreme, the real Ghostbusters in for $4.99. Winston.
Who are you going to call? Bassatron.
Managed to pick up Egon as well.
Egon.
And also picked up this as well.
Baz, I went in today and they had none of that stuff in stock.
So
you picked up a Black Series, the lady. It's like $9.99 in mine. Yours is $4.99, was it?
I don't get that because somebody was actually asking me on Instagram is that they went down to one of their ones down in Plymouth to get some of the stuff that I picked up, like the Power Rangers and that. And they were still wanting 20 quid for them. But up here, they're selling them for $7.99.
I went into mine, Baz, and they're $7.99 the Power Rangers, but that Star Wars Black Series, $9.99 in my one.
See, it was a bit confusing because I was in a couple of weeks ago in game, and I wanted to get the Ironheart, and I seen it down to $7.99. I was like, oh. But when I went to the till, it was still coming up at $24.99. So the guy thinks somebody's took the sticker off and tried to chance it. But it's like, this one was the only one that had a sale label on it. The rest were wanting $8.99. So I just went up and asked the goes, how much are these? Just in case they priced them up wrong again. And the guy's like, no, they're $4.99. And then when I went back on Sunday, I wanted to try and get another couple of these for projects. Other projects that I had, but they never had any left. The only one they had was the Red Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I might still pick that up, but I'm only for the Black Series, and I'm only kind of picking up characters that are interesting. I think I've got enough of them in boxed Stormtroopers now to keep me going. But I might go back and pick a couple of the Red Stormtroopers up for future custom ideas.
Very nice.
There's no point of showing that because we showed these off last week, but I know you picked up some of these yesterday, Dave.
Yeah, I got a special delivery of them on Wednesday.
But the thing that I'm trying to pick up the new, and I'm hoping to try and get the other three, but I really want to build this the King Shark.
Yeah.
Because I kind of get the single release one for under 40 quid up here. I don't know why they're one shop's wanting like 60 quid for it. I really don't understand why they're.
All right, Dad.
Is it? Oh, it's that sort of thing. It's been unclear. It's pretty much everywhere for the last few years. Yeah. See, every time I kind of went to go and pick that one up, they've always still wanted like 20 quid for it.
Yeah.
For some odd reasons. I know down south's different for up here.
Yeah.
It's like you just said there is that some shops up here I've got a load of stuff on clearance, and then when you go into your game,
Actually, Baz, I went in today and they had a few Star Wars figures, $2.99, $5.99. A few other bits on clearance. They had the Power Rangers $7.99, a few other little bits and pieces, but no, I wouldn't say. I've got a video coming out possibly the weekend or Monday, but mine's only a small one. You can see the size of it when I put the video out. It's not that big. You know, it's part of Sports Direct. Mine is. That's how I care about it.
it's like I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 games near me within like a 50-mile radius, and each game that you go into, I've got different stuff in. One of them will have like pegs and pegs of Marvel stuff. You go to the next one and it's Star Wars or it's Transformers.
You need to go all 4 to get all the 4 deals in. Yeah.
Aye, so technically it's like I went to the one when I went on Friday. To the one on Friday and the one on Saturday. They never had any of the Ghostbuster stuff in. The only Ghostbuster figures I had in was the new releases, like the kiddies ones with like the little ghosts have got like gimmicks, like press a button and it looks like it explodes. Or they've got the new movie ones, the ones that you build the dog thing.
What?
But they never had any like the retro stuff in. So what did you pick up then? I'll better put you on the big screen so folk can see.
Hey, Dan. Technically, one of Baz's demon squirtle squirts.
See, I'd actually think they'd be kind of good for toy photography, I think, if you did it right.
Honestly, Baz, I like bugs and aliens and that sort of stuff, and I've been tempted to get into strange things just because of the bugs and creatures and bits and pieces. I did order quite a few of these little green, little things. I can sit on my shoulder. Is that okay for you, Baz?
That's the thing with them; they're not actually expensive.
No, I say they're £3 each, and that's it.
I'm sure when they come out, Dave, I'm sure they wanted like 12 quid or something for them. And now they've got them reduced to like I got mine with B&M's. B&M's was selling them for £2.99, and I think you got yours off of that. Was it
£3, mate?
That was it. Was it Toys for a £1?
Yeah. And then basically, Baz, the other thing I picked up last week, Sunday at the car boot, was the all yellow He-Man.
I seen that in one of your shorts.
So, but that's about it. I even went out today, Baz, and there was absolutely. There was 1 or 2 things I fancied, but I didn't want to start new rabbit holes, like I should say.
Yeah. Well, not before your holidays, man.
No. The problem is we didn't get the full set over here. I'd rather see if I can get the missing one over there first. Then I'll decide on bits and pieces, So, but no. Yeah, I picked up a few other bits and pieces, but I even checked all the charity shops today. Nothing. There was just nothing.
I popped in a couple of charity shops today, but there was nothing really there that I needed.
They had a few new bits in Smiths today, but nothing to jump out. I think, like you said, Baz, I think now I'm just getting ready for that adventure soon. And there are a few things I've spotted that might be instant buys.
Mm.
But just to pre-warn you, Baz, TK Maxx is starting to get these in now.
All right, I'll maybe check that over the weekend then. Okay, my one's not. It's not a big one, eh?
No.
So it gets the odd stuff in, but it's mostly Christmas time when they get all the good stuff in.
Yeah. Officially, TK Maxx is like for Power Rangers. They got a few Lightning Collection figures in. They got One-Eyed Guy. They've just had a full box of 8 Porky Pig.
Oh,
they wanted 20 quid each for the pigs.
How much do they want for the pigs?
20 quid.
That's not too bad.
The figures were $7.99. You know, even so, last week they had 4 the Alien double packs in from Dino Fury. They had one left, which is hidden well under the shelf. The other ones are 2 sold, but then the other one, someone actually went in, ripped the packaging open, take the figures out because you can't scan it, and walked out with it. Forgot the packaging was actually on the shelf. And I'm like, that's just ridiculous.
I've noticed with TK Maxx, right, especially with my one, because my one does every so often get collector edition stuff in, and you really have to kind of hunt when you go to your TK Maxx, because folk, I'll put them right at the back of the shelves and they'll put everything in front of them. Because I can't remember what it was. I found it was a Black Series figure I found. I was just kind of looking in there and I'd kind of noticed there was a gap, and it's like, that looks a bit weird that there's a gap there, kind of thing. And I just happened to pull it back, and it was like 4 or 5 of these Black Series figures just sitting there. So you can tell that somebody's tried to hide them. Went and phoned their mate or text their mate, say, hey, by the way, they've got these in, you want to come down and get them? Kind of thing. By the time he's come down, I've nabbed 2 of them. But I've noticed they've started doing that in Asda's as well.
Yeah.
They're actually hiding. Asda's had. I went to the big one on Saturday, and they've got those other Marvel figures in that you were showing me, like the Alien. Yeah. And funny enough, the Doctor Doom one, the Doctor Doom and the 4 ones that I think are probably the 2 more better looking ones, they were actually in the Barbie section. Somebody actually hid them behind Barbie. The only reason I kind of hang it because I just seen the green packaging when I was walking past, and it caught the corner of my eye. But they're wanting 15 quid for them, and I don't think they're worth 15 quid.
Well, Smith's now, Baz, are down from $11.99 down to $7. The Iron Man and Captain America mech. Hey, Tender. Iron Man and Captain America mech are now down to 15 quid. And the Thanos is down to 25 quid instead of 32.
Sigh.
Simon.
Hey, sleeping. So before we get kind of more carried away, man, the idea for the live stream this week was talking about stuff that you can find in the wild.
I said, strange things are, it's like all you need in the wild is ridiculous. Even like normal run-of-the-mill shops now are finding, these in the wild, which I've actually done McFarlane.
See, the thing with them, right, is that I've never seen them in any of the shops that, even some of the special shops that we've got here, I've never seen them. Only way you've been able to get Dart is either online, Amazon, or all the other online collectors things. I've never actually seen them in shops. So I was kind of shocked to see them on Saturday. Sorry, it was Saturday when I picked my one up. But I kind of slightly covered that a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about finding stuff at boot sales and charity shops that technically you wouldn't normally find in the wild.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I know
like
you said last week, you went and found those air raiders at a boot sale still sealed. Yeah. So that's the kind of things that you normally wouldn't see in the wild.
Perfect, any spares, even basement marketplaces, charity shops. I've found stuff in those places where they not even turned up in the UK shops at all. People have actually imported the stuff in.
It was like when we done that live stream, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago we did that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of showed off some stuff that I found at boot sales and charity shops that you should never technically find, like finding masterpieces and SH figure arts. But one of them I never showed off was what the classic Panfor.
Yes.
Kind of thing. I mean, that's a thing that you wouldn't find in the wild.
No.
Kind of thing. I mean, that's the kind of thing that somebody would sell online or a shop would sell, kind of thing. But finding that in the wild, it's like, what else have they got, kind of thing.
You'd almost like something like that needs to go eBay or something like that, not to a charity shop or something.
Well, then again, is it whoever's handed in, I've maybe not realised what it was. It could have been somebody that's been clearing the house out and they're just like, get ready stuff.
Yeah.
We don't know. And then, like, for example, I have not seen this. That was a He-Man figure that I picked up at the charity shop on Saturday. I've not seen that.
I've only seen that, Baz, honestly, at Toy Fairs.
I've not seen that in shops, man. Amazon's selling it. Pal Toys and that are selling it. But I've never seen that in a shop yet.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But finding that in the wild was like, oh. And especially for what I paid for it, it was like, that was the double oh. But some things that you find in the wild, it's like, should they actually be there, kind of thing? Especially when you're talking about not high-end collectibles, but you're talking about like midway kind of things. That you shouldn't be finding stuff for ridiculous prices. Well, ridiculous cheap prices, if you get what I mean.
It's just part of looking at it, man. It's like, as you said, you could walk into that charity shop 30 seconds later. It's like what you missed all morning, or, you could go to the toy shop and it's like, they just had a brand new casing. It's like, okay, there's 12 figures there. There's 11 figures. What's the 12th one?
There's like the example for me on Sunday. I was going to go for the shops kind of open at 11 o'clock. Never got there until 12 because I didn't realise that game actually opened at 10 o'clock on a Sunday.
Huh.
You know me. I thought they opened at 11:30, like what the majority of them do. But it's like, you managed to find Winston, I managed to find Egon. You never know, they could have had the other two there, but somebody else's went and picked them up. You never know. Kind of thing. And sometimes when you see a wave, especially if it's a boulder figure and you're trying to find the rest of the people to complete that, it's like the King Shark when I noticed they had Bloodsport. I had a good look. And you never know, they could have had the other three guys there, but somebody's already maybe picked them up. Kind of thing. It's always one of these things is that you think you've maybe missed out, but I think with B&M's at the minute, especially with the DC Motoverse figures, especially the bolder ones, I think they're just getting a case of random figures in it.
Yeah.
Because they had like the majority. they had majority of the Blight Build-A-Figure. The only one they were missing was the guy that come with the head. So you could basically have the torso, the arms, the legs, and the, I think it was like arms or wings or something you can clip on them. But it's always the same. It's like when you go to the charity shop, especially when I find stuff at the charity shop and everybody says, "Oh, Baz, another bargain. Oh, that was amazing, fine." It's kind of pot luck. You just go, you could just randomly just have that thought and say, "Okay, what? Go to the charity shop." You went to the charity shop just as they've put stuff on the shelf. And then it's like, damn, oh, Jesus. Oh, right, I'm going to grab all these before somebody else sees them. Or you never know. I mean, they could have been sitting there in the morning time, but nobody's been doing that section kind of thing. It's just like finding the Black Widow figure. I mean, I'm quite surprised that never went. I mean, we never got there until, I think when I picked her up, I think it was just after the school run. And me and my nephew just went straight to the charity shops just to see what it was about.
It's one of the things, but if you didn't go that day, you would never picked it up. You would never knew about it. One of the things, isn't it?
I was kind of, I mean, when I got that Black Widow figure, I don't know if you ever get these feelings, but it's like you've got a gut feeling. And it's just driving past. I just kind of drove past it first because we went to the other one. But driving past it, I was like, I had this feeling in my gut that there was something good in it. I can't really explain the feeling, but it was like saying to my nephew, it's right, on the way back, we're going to pop into this one kind of thing. And he's like, well, we could have gone there first. I was like, I was already past the junction and all that. So he's right, we'll go to that one. Never found anything that, and then we went back to that one. And they did have a load of Doctor Who stuff in. And then my nephew's like, tugging on my jumper, and he's like, what was it, Paul? And he's like, look what I found. And I basically just dropped the Doctor Who stuff, and I says, right, we're getting that. Let's go before they change their mind. Kind of thing.
Right.
No, he's my nephew is going to be like, he's going to be a future toy hunter, like.
So it's the Paddy one in learning.
He's probably worse than me because, man, as soon as we go into a toy shop or anywhere, he's like right in there and he's like, look what I found. And if it's something decent, we'll pick up. If it's nothing, then we'll just kind of leave it. But take him to a charity shop, and if you had the choice, it'd be like jumping into a big paddling pool full of them and the plastic ball things. He just dives right in and starts taking things out, and he's like, oh, look, what I've found this, and I've found that, and I've found this, and I've found that. And you're just kind of just standing there saying,
keep on coming.
But we have a usual guest coming on. Everybody knows who this guy is. Yeah, it's no Nick. Nick no longer got in for work. I did mention to him last night that if he wanted to pop on, but we have our other good.
He's a famous comedian.
It is.
All right, guys.
You've got a different room.
He's actually been doing some spring cleaning, I think, or summer cleaning.
Oh my God! I need a shock system.
I've been tidying. I've been organising my collection a little bit.
So come on, what's the Volkswagen then? Thingamajig? Obsession?
Oh, it's just wallpaper. I've had it up for like ages. Just never been able to see it.
We've never seen that side of the wall of it, you know.
No, I've got a different camera angle now, so.
I noticed. Does that mean Mr. Lizard is a camera shy?
There is no Mr. Lizard.
Bad news on Mr. Lizard.
Yeah.
Dragon?
Yes, yeah, Steve sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago.
Oh. He bit you as well, didn't he?
So I've still got his Viv next to me because I haven't been able to sell it yet, and I've got nowhere to store it. So at the moment,
I need to ask you, Peaky, and I know it's the wrong time to ask it. Does that mean you're turning our favourite little guy into a glass cabinet full of toys?
I don't know what I'm going to be doing in that space yet.
Oh, okay.
I do want to get 2 new cabinets that are there.
Yeah.
To put, because then that side will be all Lego. So both those cabinets on that side will be Lego, and then the other 2 that I'll get here will be non-Lego stuff, so like my Power Ranger stuff, my Marvel stuff. But I haven't decided like what's going to go like in between the top of that cabinet and where my shelves are for my Zords. So
Nice.
I might get like.
Cool. So technically, you're into Volkswagens, Marvel. Is it Marvel Avenger posters as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your Lightning collections all lit up gloriously.
I have something. I have actually done something with all of that. Alexa, power down.
I was going to say I'm not working on this, but it does.
Alexa, it's morphing time. So I've made it all smart and Wi-Fi enabled, as one should.
That's pretty decent, Mr. Peaky. Congratulations.
And I've bought stairs to display my figures on, so I can fit more figures on a shelf as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So come on in, Peaky. Need to ask. Anything brand new in this collection, like a Pink Ranger, what is it? What else? What other colours? It's pink and white. Is it next?
I have gone into a different line for the Power Rangers Lightning collection. I've gone in for a different little bit.
Colour?
So I'm now starting to collect the 6th Rangers, or the auxiliary Rangers. So I've managed to get myself a Zane.
Nice.
And I'm very lucky. I managed to get the Lunar Wolf with the correct boots and the correct stripes.
Yes.
So that was very lucky. And then, do you know what you might appreciate for this find? Do you recognise this?
Battlestar Galactica, is it, or something?
No. So from a TV show us Brits watched in the 1980s.
I know it. I just can't think it.
What was the other one? The guy went beady 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 beady.
Sonny got it. Buck Rogers.
Nice one.
So I found this. It was missing the sticker, the box, and the missiles that fire out of it. I found just the ship for £7.50.
In a charity shop.
Kind of a charity shop. It was like an auction. It was like an antique / bric-a-brac shop. It was
congratulations.
It was in a glass cabinet with loads of like Matchbox cars, and I just spotted it. I was like, recognize that. So I managed to get the sticker, the missiles, and the box, all for an extra £13 in total I spent. So in total, just on that, I got it for like £20.50.
Still a good find.
I'm quite proud of it. I'm keeping hold of it until I decide what I'll end up doing.
You must be listening to my advice, though, Chris. You must be listening to my advice on bargain hunting and thingy.
A little bit.
It's also did the wild find, isn't it? So he's got the wild Ranger. You know, he's got the wild metal thing, you know.
No, like it was a very lucky. Like we weren't even like out looking for stuff. We'd been out for the day, and we were driving through a village just like near where I live, and we saw there was a craft fair. And we were like, should we pop in there and have a look? Went into the craft fair. There was like nothing that took our fancy. And as we were walking back to the car, we saw the like bric-a-brac shop. I saw a whole like glass tool cabinet filled with original Star Wars figures from A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Loads of like Matchbox cars. I almost brought a Corgi Beatles Yellow Submarine as well, but I didn't in the end. And I did see a couple of old hunting rifles that I really wanted, but I kept getting told no. I think a hunting rifle would have got really cool on the back wall.
You know how there was another line you got in it? I don't know if you eventually picked more stuff up for it.
The Halo line?
Yeah. Did you know
I haven't yet.
You know there's a Series 6 out now?
I was there. See,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too late in that line to try and get everything.
I'm late as well, Chris, but man, I've got the 6-inch version of this guy, and when I seen him, I was like, oh yeah, I had to pick him up.
Especially like I don't really have anywhere I can buy them from physically.
Yeah.
So I end up having to pay shipping for them as well. So it's just like I've got a Ghost and I've got a Warthog. Like, what else do I really want now?
You want the Mantis?
I haven't got the room, Baz.
I don't have the room for that, but I want one.
Baz, he's got the room for it, but he's coming along slowly, the room. There's a 4 foot by 2 foot glass cabinet we don't want to mention.
What type of rifle was it, Chris?
I can't remember right off the top of my head. This was a couple of weeks ago. So.
And Sonny says that's a cool starfighter design.
I really do. I didn't realize that until me and you were talking about them, Baz, didn't realize they made 2 editions of them. And
there was one that done. If I'm right, guys in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure they've done one where projectiles like fired out, and I'm sure they've done another one that they turn the missile.
Put matchsticks in the Baz.
Sorry?
You put matchsticks in the cannons, or you spray matchsticks. If I remember right.
I know there was one that they had for men firing missiles, and then something happened with a kid, and then ended up taking it off the market and then redesigning it so it didn't fire anymore, like what they've done with the Boba Fett thing. The firing Boba Fett.
The Boba.
Baba.
The bubbling Boba.
But
what's that?
Bobbling Boba.
Huge plastic collector here.
But I've also ordered stuff to repair my old phone, so I can use this to record videos and for like when I go out and about to like cons and stuff to do vlogs with.
Nice one.
Nice.
So I've ordered a new screen and a new back. So my Saturday is going to be consisted of me sat here trying to repair a phone.
Oh, dearie me.
Which is something I have never done before. I have a YouTube video ready to like help me guide through it all.
Right. Got a question for the chat. Can you please put the area you live in, where you're from, if you're watching right now? If you're watching it right now in the chat, just put which area you are from in the world, or what, or state, or whatever you're from, please. Just an example.
Blasters.
Baz of Scotland.
Scotland.
He's a Scotty.
Wait, you're from Scotland, Baz? Didn't think you mentioned that before.
I'm kind of lucky. I've not got ginger hair.
You drink soy
You
brew.
haven't got any hair.
You drink soy brew. That's all we need to know.
But it's like everybody thing is like Scottish and Irish. They always think that they have ginger hair.
Hey, Ian's in the chat. Hello, Ian.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
he's from Wirral.
Merseyside.
7 England.
There's London.
Merseyside's Liverpool, isn't it? Southern England. We could have all the parts of the England, couldn't we?
I'm watching
Almost.
from the USA, but just moved from.
I think what
From Alaska.
Ian, Wirral, Merseyside, is that Midlands?
Yeah, Midlands.
Yeah, right, Merseyside and that's Midlands, isn't it?
No, Merseyside is Liverpool, isn't it?
Is it Liverpool? Eh?
Yeah.
See, I live in England and I don't know where places are.
All I can think of is the Mersey River in Mersey, Liverpool,
That's,
Merseyside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Very awesome.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Northwest.
He's a Northwestern.
I'm southeast.
You're a Londoner.
No, I'm not a Londoner. I'm from the southeast.
He's not posh enough to be a Londoner.
I'm from the Royal County of Berkshire.
That's near to London and me. It doesn't count as London to me, but
I'm an hour away from London.
well, I'm 115 miles away from London, so you're closer.
I'm actually going to London next month.
I'm going to London in 2 weeks' time. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
Are you going to London to fly out of the country?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Okay. Just checking.
That doesn't count. I'm actually going to be in London for 2 days, so.
Overnight, does that count? I'm in Thursday and Friday. Does that count? Overnight, 2 days?
Flying out of the country. I'm actually spending 2 days in London, so.
Okay. You win. See? Bad comedian. Perfect.
I'm going to be hitting up the Gego Leicester Square store that not long reopened.
Does that mean you're going to do some pictures or videos for us?
I will be doing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing 1 or 2 vlogs of my weekend, depending on how much footage I record and how long it all is once I put it all together. Because I'm going to a convention on the Saturday. So like I may do 2 vlogs, like one for the Friday, like going around London, like the aquarium, like all the shops and stuff. Nice. And then depending on how much footage that is and how long that is, if I can get the convention in as well on one video, make it a bit of a longer video than what I usually do, then I probably will.
But the bigger question though, Chris, are you going to take a trip to Forbidden Planet though?
Yes, so my stores that are going to is Lego Store Leicester Square, because that's the biggest Lego store in London. There's like 3 floors, I think.
What did you go to Legoland Windsor and make it easier for you? That's bigger.
I am actually planning on doing a trip to Legoland. I'm going to do a 2-day trip to Legoland Windsor. And I'm going to do like all the rides and then like vlog the entire trip.
Can you have a Scottish and a Midland person cover you for that then?
Maybe.
Baz, you might be invited to Legoland with?
That will be like a... that'd be like kind of like a mini holiday for me because I'll be staying in like one of the Lego hotels.
Nice.
Is that the one you've got to build yourself, Chris?
Yeah.
You can have a brick Baz, you can have a complete brick good time.
The
Lego brick time.
Chris knows I'm trying to wind them up because in the Discord there's always that. It's like myself, they have like a running joke with me and then they have the running joke with Chris. There's like they always think Chris is like the size of an Ewok.
Yeah, so go Square.
He looks like a picture.
Yeah?
He looks like a picture. Oh, an Irish Lucky Charm.
Yeah, so it'd be the Lego Leicester Square store. I want to go to the Disney store.
Yeah, because it's the only one left in the UK, isn't it?
It's the only one. It's the only one left, and I want to see like what Marvel merch they've got. Like if I can get a couple of like Marvel t-shirts and stuff, then I'll be happy. Maybe some pin badges and stuff. And then I want to go to Forbidden Planet, see what they've got. I'm kind of tempted to see if Monkey's Emporium is going to be open that weekend, and maybe drop down to see Monkey.
I don't know. You can drop him a message and see if he's free. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I know he's got a website and everything, so I might see. Like,
He's
I
on
might drop him a
Facebook and a few other
message.
places, and I know he's on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Opening times. I know he was moving from, was it Camden? Because we're doing something with the buildings in there.
Yeah.
He was moving to somewhere else. But I'm sure he's got all the dates and that on the website to see what times.
Yeah, I might see like if his shop's going to be open on the Friday that I'm walking around and doing all my shopping stuff, because I think that'd be really cool to like drop into the vlog, because like his Camden store was like mental.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to see what his new store is. Plus, I can give him a bit of publicity and plug his store and his website a bit.
The thing with Monkey's Emporium, he had the big battle cat just as you were about to walk into the store.
So I'd be happy to see that. Plus, I'd love to be able to meet. I want to meet more people from the Toy Division group.
Dave Peake is
person
to be an Irish pix. Even leprechauns are tall.
I'm 5'8". All right. I'm putting this out there. I am 5'8". Okay, I'm just under 6 foot. All right.
It's just the green shirt, Pixie. Come on.
I don't know if you can see it, but this shirt has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on it. All right, so.
What, you're the fifth turtle then?
I am, yeah.
Okay. Hello, Venus.
Venus doesn't exist.
Venus is the fifth turtle, so you're the girl turtle now then. Okay.
I'm the canon fifth turtle.
Sweet.
But also, can we just go? Why is it so hot right now?
Oh, didn't even go there, man. I've never seen I've never seen it in Fife this hot before.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's 24 degrees for me right now, but it feels way hotter than that.
Oh, it's not, man. According to my phone and according to this, it's the laptop saying it's sitting at 25, but it feels warmer. Oh, Mark the Eagle. How old are you, Arrow?
I'm 28.
5'8" is just under 6 feet.
There's no times on the website, Pete, just to let you know, or nothing. So.
Still being made. The Ice Age is coming.
Can it get here, or like can it get here any sooner, please? I'm like dying in this heat.
Has he been certificated turtle?
You guys, we don't have aircon at work. We have a poxy little desk fan at the tills, and then that's it.
Oh man, it was mental yesterday at work. Like, I mean, I think I went in at like 80. I think I went in at like 16 stone. I think I come out like from in 12.
I was gaining weight. I think I'm now losing weight in the amount of sweat.
What advice as a YouTuber, Pete? Get a next one.
I can't walk around work with that though.
That's what is so hot there.
Get yourself a next man
before the big sleep, so the core does not go cold. That's very true.
Just like
You know, the neck
Well,
bangs you can have in
literally,
front of you, and they're absolutely lovely.
we we barely like hit our daily target today because the town was just dead. Like there was no one in the town.
Oh, nice, though.
Nice one. That's a good deal. What Pink Ranger was it? I don't think Pink Rangers are overly popular to what like the other figures are.
Personally speaking, the problem with Power Rangers is sometimes the girls don't sell.
Submarine.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
They think that they'll sell really quick, or they're shelf warmers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a question for Si. Are you planning to get any of those new Zords?
The new Zord Baz from Hasbro, quite a few people having complaints about it, and bits and pieces
I'm-
it's been scratched and
Oh,
all sorts.
I'm quite happy with the ones I've got. I mean, I've got the
Same.
Legacy one, and I've
I'm
got
not
the original.
those. Is it the Zap, the Zord Ascension program? They're calling
Yeah.
it.
That one looks good.
They
No.
no, they look awful.
When I say they look good, I think it's because they're actually articulated, so you can actually put them into poses. I've not actually.
Yeah, the
the-
articulation is good, but I just don't know. I don't like the look of them.
I know for the Triceratops, Chris, I know they've given it legs when it's always been kind of like a tank.
Yeah, it's had like the like wheels basically.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
got, man. You can still do like the both mods, but it kind of looks a bit weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm happy with my originals.
Yeah.
I'm the
100%.
same. I'm not. Unless something really good comes out, then maybe. But I've got the Legacy Zord. I've got the Legacy Dragon Zord, so I'm quite happy.
I've got my original 90s ones, so
I've got
Yeah.
the original Megazord,
unless
Pegazord.
unless they bring out, I don't know, like maybe another Astro Mega ship would be quite cool.
Cheap and not at 20, so I thought nice figs for less than a tenner. So Baz with 2 as well. I am thinking on the gargoyles. I really want gargoyles. I really want those gargoyles.
What you gargling now, Baz?
I want a couple of gargoyles. The only thing it's kind of putting in my mouth is the wings.
At least they're better than the old wings from the old ones.
That's the only kind of thing that's putting me off because it's like for space wise.
Yeah.
Because they do pick up a good bit of space. Because Mike's got a few in there, so it was kind of showing me. But no, I mean, I'd say is that if you see the Power Rangers for under a tenner, pick them up. That's
100%.
why when I seen the red and the blue one, I was like, I was going to get the red one anyway. I was going to get the SPD red. I was going to pay the 20 quid, but then when I went into the shop on Friday and I noticed the two of them were doing for $7.99, I was like, I'll get 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah. It's one of the key things in Toyota and eating brands. When you see something at the right price, you pick it up. You know, it's crazy.
Way too much.
I think even Peaky would even say that, Chris. You know, you spot something at the right price, you'll pick it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the things. You know, Chris always said he's never going down the rabbit hole of either was it pink, white, yellow, and yellow.
So like, I'll get MMPR White because he's a 5th Ranger.
Yeah.
And I need him. I'll need him for my
Yeah.
5th, 6th, and Auxiliary Ranger collection. But I'm not going to go out of my way to fully complete teams.
No.
I don't. If I had more space, then yeah, I would jump on that and fully complete teams. But
The question is, if you spotted walks into a game and sort of a shop and seen say pink or a different colour for $3.99, would you pick it up?
Possibly, but then
Or
I
did
would
you say
also
pick it up and then
possibly,
chuck it up the loft? Say if you did go into that rabbit hole, at least you've got one already.
yeah, but I'd also probably pick it up and I'd message our group on the Discord about, I found this cheap, anybody want it?
Or
So I think
basically,
It was to get,
I need this colour. Anyone else get any Red Rangers swap? Do a swap or something?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or like if say I found a pink or a yellow for like a £5, and it was one that I knew one of our little group didn't have, I'd message them and go, I found this for a £5. It was the last one. I grabbed it. I'll send it out to you.
Yeah, understand.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
you look at it's the
I'm
only group that you've got nearly complete cycles.
I'm constantly on the lookout for things like Ranger figures and like Morphers, Zords, or anything that I know people don't have, and I'll happily buy them. I sent 3 packages a couple of weeks ago out, one to Texas, one and 2 to the Netherlands. They got there this week, and like everyone's like chuffed to bits of them because it's all stuff to help complete collections.
Nice.
So yeah. Yeah, no, I am not paying over 500 quid for a Megazord. It can stay where it is. That's too much money. Plus, I don't really like the design of the Zords of it.
That one I was tempted on, actually, Chris. I was really tempted to get that one. But then 2 days later, they did the white silhouette of the Dragon Zord. And I thought, if you get the one, you're going to get the second one. And where does it stop? You know,
Plus, that's a bit of a steep price. Like, I've seen people like on Power Ranger groups, like posting pictures of their pre-order of it. And I'm just thinking, who has £500 to throw on Megazords, like on one Megazord?
And I just picked up the Nick at April Neil. It's crazy, man. Only the
Right.
years left.
All right, if
Oh,
it's if you've managed to get a big eBay haul of like 10 Megazords for 500 quid, that's worth it, I would say, because you've got more for your money. You've got more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
But one Zord, and especially the design of said Zord, is not worth over 500. I'm sorry, but no.
see,
there is one or two are, because
For a
it's coming
hot
in the UK or US. The only thing Hasbro doing for proper scale, when it comes down to Gundam, it's the 144 scale is the key scale for robots, because a little mini Micro Machine figure to and a Megazord is 144. So that's why everyone wants the scale of 144
I like
scale.
that G-Force. I like that. Being a
Yeah.
bit older, I always thought Power Rangers was just Space Ninja Ballet for boys. I like that.
I think
Just going on to Turtles as well. Back to, was it Simon's comment? I think it was. April O'Neil, the original April O'Neil, is in Orlando, Florida, at a Ranger Stop convention. So Peaky can now meet all the Turtle actors with April O'Neil, Turtle Suits, Super Shredder. Then you've got most of the Power Rangers, Wild Force, and Space Cast after like a Ranger Stop convention in Florida in November. Just in case you're, hopping across the pond or down the street. What should I say?
like, I think
it's like sorry, I'll let you finish, Chris.
I think if Hasbro was ever to do a Hasbro Power Rangers thing, I think the best thing for them to do would be like a Serpentera.
The rumours I've heard, Chris,
not a Megazord, because Serpentera isn't technically a Megazord; it's a machine.
Yeah.
It would fit the way Hasbro have been doing HasLab stuff in the past, like Galactus and like all of the other kind of big scale like things like that, because you'd be able to get light effects on it, you'd be able to get sound effects. It would fit the HasLab vibe much better.
I'm not knocking anyone.
But I don't think Megazords would be the best way to do HasLab. It'd have to be, like I said, Serpentera or something on that scale.
If you want to know, Chris, one of the big rumours at the moment, there's 2 rumours it could be the first HasLab. Because of the price of the Megazord and this Dragon Zord, there's one other Zord out of that original 3 that could be the one, which is Titanus.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
it's like,
I could see. I was saying that I could see it being Titanus or maybe Tor the Shuttle Zord because they're big and
I think
bulky.
it's either going to be Titanus or possibly the way it's going, either the Legacy Battle Axe for the new Lightning collection, because that's going to need to be massive.
Yeah.
You know. But one of the Zords I have heard from a couple of grapevine friends in America that it could be Titanus, the first backer. Because
Yeah. I mean,
it's going to be like a £300 Megazord to buy.
I personally won't go for it.
No.
But I could see, like, if they did the Serpentera, I 100% would back it. Because
I think they should do both,
even though I have a Serpentera.
Which size, mini or large?
Huh?
The small one or the big one?
I've got the big one.
Big one. Just checking.
Yeah, I've got the full scale one.
The American English one.
Yeah, I've got the American because the Japanese one has a battery compartment where you can.
Smaller. Yeah, it's got half the size.
It makes lights and sounds. Yeah, no, I've got the American one.
No, it's small.
Which is fine. Like I have a Serpentera. It's on my Zord shelf with like the rest of like that line, like MMPR stuff. So, but yeah, no, I don't see a problem with Titanus being a HasLab thing. It would work. A fair few people I know would probably back it. Like probably in the Discord server, maybe 1 or 2 people will back it from there.
Just question to Ian. I'm sorry, Peggy. Question to Ian. You going to Paramorphicon, dude?
At some point, he said.
Come on, it's in 2 weeks' time.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Looking forward. You're going to dress? Are you cosplaying as well?
No. Oh, come on, Baz. I'm restricted on space to taking stuff over there.
Hey, you could always just quickly make a costume while you're over there.
I could do the spandex one and do. If I ever going to do a costume, Baz, I'll do a putty. You know, it's great. It's simple and done.
Well, so you could go as Lord Ed. You could just use a bucket. Just cut a couple of holes in there. You go, Lord Ed.
Ed.
Aye, Lord Ed. Lord Ed.
Ed. I'll call him Ed. Honestly, Baz, to answer that question, I'm the only UK person, as far as I know, that's been to all Paramorphicons.
Ah, nice.
I'll go 1 year.
Yeah.
Chris will go as Rita.
No, Chris will go as Turtle Power Ranger. We already discussed that already. Come on, Baz, keep up the chat. Chris is going as the Turtle Power Ranger. He's got the turtle cut. He's got the turtle green T-shirt on. He's got the collection in the room. He's not the leprechaun. He's not the mini version of you or anything else I can think of. He's going to be the turtle, the 5th turtle.
Interesting to actually see if somebody actually did come up with that cosplay crossover. I mean, you just wonder what it would actually look like.
I probably wouldn't cosplay. I'm not really into cosplay. I've done it a couple of times. It's just not my thing.
You've done the arrow comes from the arrow character. I know you wear the arrow costume quite a few times.
I've done the Green Arrow, and I've also done a BSAA agent from Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
And you've also done the Grinch as well.
I have done the Grinch.
That'd be nice to see.
I have been the Grinch. I'm trying. See, the Grinch costume that I have, it's all right, but it's not very good. Like, it's one of those cheap, just like fancy dress shop type ones. I'm gonna try and get a better one that allows me to wear my glasses underneath the mask, so I can actually see what I'm doing.
I cosplay.
Answer Ian's question. There was in the works. There's always been 3 Power Ranger conventions in the works. The only one that's ever happened or came about it, honestly, was a PowerCon. It's Mighty Morphin PowerCon, it was called. Not the PowerCon in America. It's actually PowerCon in Birmingham. And they had 7 or 8 guests. And that was done in March one year. There's a few videos out online. If you just search either Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, PowerCon, or something like that. I was thinking of one doing it in Southampton, but the community's not brilliant in the UK for it. The only other one closest to it that Chris might have gone to it was Liverpool, and they had 12 Rangers in Liverpool once.
Oh, damn.
You know, Liverpool's Comic Con had 12 Power Rangers. So probably to get another Power Ranger convention, the first one only had 80, 90 people turn up. So the fan base in the UK isn't, and perfectly honest here, most of the fans are very amazing and pretty decent. The community's pretty decent, but there's quite a few. Baz, how would you describe like the community on an evil way, but very kind and good words?
For what?
Power Ranger community. It's very toxic from certain people.
Yeah,
It's the easiest way to describe it.
Perfect Ranger, I'm not going to mention, but even Chris kind of knows he's kind of overused.
Yeah, they use their celebrity and bits and pieces, and some.
I believe he's cutting his ties with Power Rangers. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, JDF.
Yeah,
He is. He said he's done playing the character Tommy Oliver.
Well, I can ask you in 2 weeks' time. Well, yeah, how's that? So now that he's there on the Saturday.
because I know, as we know, man, a lot of folk are like obsessed with him, man.
I don't get it. Yeah, all right. Like, he was my all-time favorite Ranger back when I was a kid, but like, I'm just not. Yeah, I just don't get why people are still so fascinated with JDF.
The only reason why, Chris, 99% who watch Power Rangers, or I feel like it, they were either bullied as a kid, an outsider that then tried to join a group, that joined a group. It's his storyline, not the character. It's the storyline of the Green Ranger.
Yeah,
A complete outsider. That's it. It's just a story for him. JDF, anyone could have played the Green Ranger, and he would have still been as popular as anything because everyone literally who watched Power Rangers knew the story of Tommy Oliver, and the back anyone could repeat it to him.
Yeah.
Just to interrupt, just to answer Si's question there. I think there's one in November, Si, but I need to double check. But as soon as I hear that there's any up, I'll let you know. So I'm sure there's one in either Glenrothes or Kirkcaldy in November. It's just because they've done it last year and they're doing it this year again. Because I've seen it come up on Facebook. So,
Nice one.
if I hear anything, say I'll let you know, man.
Honestly, Baz, I like the previous comment from Simon. He says I can do a cosplay of Shabby.
Yeah, aye. But just kind of going on the GDF though, Chris. If he never went back as the White Ranger, how do you think the VR Troopers would have went having him playing as Ryan Steele?
I don't know. So obviously, like, I remember VR Troopers, but not like massively. So maybe VR Troopers would have been more popular.
Perfect. Honest, VR Troopers were pretty decent and popular back in the day. The original story was, yes, there's a pilot episode out as Jason David. Originally, Jason David Frank was leaving the end of Green, but so many fans wrote in and
Complained.
they basically boycotted the event and said, listen, if Tommy Oliver doesn't come back, we're boycotting the event. You know. It would have been interesting. Baz, that question.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that because I've seen it on TikTok a lot. It's been talking about like the VR Troopers that it could have been the Ryan Steele, but for some reason,
If you search VR Troopers, Baz, on Pilot on YouTube, Ryan Steele is actually Tommy Oliver who plays it. That's why you basically the Gold Ranger. You get the Tommy, the voice. Ryan.
They did do the first episode to try and promote it, but then when that come back on, they wanted him back as the White Ranger, so he kind of I think he's kind of regretting going back. I think he has said in the past that he should have just stuck with that series, but I think because he was kind of named there, if they got another actor to play, it wouldn't have been the same kind of thing. And it was all down to fans. Fans were complaining. They basically, because him as the Green Ranger, he wasn't in the series very long.
No.
I can't remember how many episodes he was in it, but I don't think it was a lot.
15, 20 episodes, tops.
So what was that? VR Troopers are no Kamen Riders, bro. No, they're not. What was Kamen Riders? Sorry, no Kamen Riders. VR Troopers was Metal Heroes. That was the Japanese.
Yeah.
They were classed as Metal Heroes, but it was 3 different series for the Japanese.
Yeah.
But on the VR Troopers for the American side, they brought the 3.
Yeah. It's surveying with Space Sheriff, Beetleborgs Metallic. Most of the series we had is all Metal Heroes. He went for 15, 20 years. Kamen Rider or Master Rider he's still going strong now for 50 odd years, I think. It's been longer than Power Rangers or Sentai. Kamen Rider. Master Rider, we had it for 2 years, which is Kamen Rider RX and Kamen Rider Black.
And you had Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider Dragon Knight was the other one where you got adapted to.
Dragon Knight. That's only 2. That's only one we've had in the.
Technically, we had basically, Baz, the Master Rider was a combination of Kamen Rider RX and Kamen Rider Black in Japan. It was a bit of both mixed in series, both monsters mixed into one. But technically, Baz, it's all Tokyo Satsu rolled into one.
this is going to be where I'm going to have to jump off because I've just had a heat warning come up on my PCs, which means it's about to overheat.
That's
So
no worries.
I
I'll
need
watch
to.
you
I
in
need.
5 minutes. Anyway, Mr. Chris.
I
Mr.
need
Chris,
to.
thank you so much for coming on, dude.
That's all right. Sorry, I wasn't on for long, but I
Huh?
don't want my PC overheating, as it's a £2,000 PC.
That's all right. We've only got about another 5 minutes, and we'll be ending this
Okay.
anyway.
So I will say peace. And before I go, if you haven't already, check me out on YouTube, The Peaky Arrow, and on TikTok, where I'm starting to do more stuff. So, yeah.
All the
Peace
amazing
out.
good things. No. Thanks again, Mr. Chris.
Jonathan, I have 4 fans in this PC. Okay. It's because it's ridiculously hot in my room. So
Chris, next fans,
30
next
degrees.
fans. eBay next fans, mate. Trust me.
No, it's 30 degrees in my room. My PC is clocking 40 degrees inside the case, which means it's 30 degrees in my room right now. So
Okay, enjoy your cooking session, mate. Rehydration.
yeah, I think
Thank
I might
you,
cook
Mr.
my dinner on
Epperson.
it. All right. Bye, guys.
To answer Simon's question about 3 questions or 4 things ago, it's mainly I've found so many toy museums, or I found like 3 or 4 toy museums I really wanted to go to for the last 4 to 5, maybe even 8 to 10 years. I've been wanting to go to certain toy museums. So to do a toy museum, which I one day hope to do myself, that's what I'm most looking forward to. Plus meeting some of our American friends, looking at different shops and what's in the shops instead of the same old, like Baz would say, same old over here. I'm going for specific toy lines where, because the exchange rate is not brilliant, it's where it's cheaper in America because they're mass reduced.
Mm-hmm.
As for finding stuff, there's a few things. I want the United States belt from WWE. There's a few other bits I'm looking for, but I'll probably go through that next week because I know next week, the 30th next week, either Thursday or the Sunday, will be my last live stream with Baz for quite a while. I don't know how long for. So if you guys got any questions or anything like that, give us a shout out. Next week we'll try and answer them. I'll try and answer as much as I can. I'm hoping to go live at like the Power Ranger convention we mentioned. I might go live at the toy museums. So yeah, all I ask is guys to support Baz as much as you can. Keep watching Baz's videos. You know, support each other, help each other out. You know, Baz, jump on streams, jump on his channel. You know, I'll be always watching in the background. You know, but yeah, but no, thank you so much for everyone. Like Baz said right at the beginning, the community is everything, can it, Baz?
Oh, aye. We're all here to we're all here to help everybody out, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in the middle. I try to help my good friend Ian here. Try to get some bits and pieces. As long as he tells his missus that it's coming from me, and he's not bought these stuff. So I don't want to wake up the next morning and find out there was a murder in from and husband bought.
I think that should be fine.
Wife found out and murdered him.
What's perfect is Baz. I've done everything. I've seen everything.
Bobby will come on and co-host 1 week, Baz. Oh, nice. Oh,
Well,
that'd be awesome.
co-host might be Peaky Arrow. Chris has just been on. You've got a few other people that's joining Bass very soon.
Well,
Simon, if you want to jump on Bass's stream, you know,
after the stream last night,
I'll have some grey hair for next week for you.
it's kind of funny, Si, because I was talking to Shabby last night after the stream and that, and it's like, I need to try and get the both of you on at some point.
No, Baz, that's the twins gone wrong. Sorry. The twins gone wrong episode. You know, we spoke earlier, it's like you had the Irish invasion, you had the Action Man invasion, you'll have the twin invasion. You wouldn't say if one speaks, he's like, which one's speaking? He's like,
Shabby would probably kill me for this, but probably Si's probably the better looking one.
we need to ask that in the chat next time.
It's funny because I might be doing a Discord one in, so just be prepared for that.
Yeah.
But it's like we always say every week, is thanks for popping by and talking in the chat and talking to us and listen to us talk a lot of, excuse my French, shite.
But what the Frank, like as the great Shabby Trant would say, what the Frank? Frank?
I'm Scottish. I've been trying very hard not to say the F word because that's like my second word in the Scottish dictionary.
What the frick? What the prickle?
If you heard me the last couple of days, I probably could have felt that about 3 swear jars just with that word. Twin Invasion sounds like a video.
We can get a triple X section if you want to, mate. Trust me, we can get a triple X section.
Yeah, I think I know.
No, we are Baz working behind the scenes of bringing certain special things. I'm going to have a word with a few special things as well for like the future. Basically, just keep an eye on Baz's channel for the live streams for the Batman and Robin duo, or Lauren and Hardy, or Mark and my boys.
For being so interested in it. Oh, cheers, Ian. It was very popular for Cheer Brian. We'll end up here, but man, it's like I've always says every week, and we probably say this until we turn blue, is that it's all about the community now. We've kind of met a lot of good people going through various other people's streams, like going on to Shabby stream last night, kind of met a few new people, and we all help each other out. If we're all down, if somebody's down, they all try and cheer you up. I know last year when I was in hospital, man, guys and that were always sending wishes to make sure you get better soon and all that. So I can't grumble with these guys, man. As we said last night, we're all family now.
Yeah.
We're all just one big happy family. And hopefully we'll stay that way for a little bit longer.
That's how you finish a live stream off.
All right.
Together.
Well, until next week, just please everyone stay safe.
Live long and prosper. And for the Power Rangers, may the power protect you. And guys, please stay safe, keep well. Don't forget your suntan lotion, and don't forget, toys are for life. There you go.
Toys are for life, not just for Christmas.
Yeah.
Catch you all.
Guys. Evening, guys.